Now, I don't like to cuss on videos. I don't like to cuss on YouTube, but I might as well almost have to break this promise. I go to BoxRec, I click on follow for my favorite fighters. I know the next fight will be on March the 30th. I come out and I can't find the next person that I'm actually witnessing the fight. I'm witnessing fights in Japan in a few days. I'm witnessing Richard Torres's fight. We have an undisputed belt in the minimum weight women's division tomorrow. And then I can't find Mahmoud Charr. This is a flop. Now, guys, I thought Tyson Fury pulling out of the fight in February with the undisputed heavyweight titles because of his eye injury was bad enough. This right here goes to prove why boxing fans are not interested in heavyweight boxing anymore. This is the most wretchedest thing in history because I was blinded 7 days ago on Boxing News 24 stated the heavyweight king is injured. Minot Charr found a way out of a yet another fight. This time the stage was all set for a showdown against Kubrat Pulev. What an abysmal. And at this moment, I was thinking to myself that they were going to reinstate the heavyweight belt because if Charr wasn't going to defend the belt or fight anyone, he was going to get stripped of the title. They said that by September the 1st, or after when he got the belt back last year ago, he was offered a 30 or 60-day plan to fight Jarrell Miller. He decided to take on Daniel Blah. He never cared about taking the title against a German past prime. And he screwed up. And then he would try to find a fight in December. Nothing came. Kubrat Pulev comes in January. He was never ranked until February the 1st in the WBA. We come March the 1st. Everything's set up. This week is coming up. We go to March the 30th in Bulgaria. And the fight is canceled. And I'm looking at this and saying, is boxing dead? Minot Charr is the biggest German asshole in God's green earth, and I hope he dies. This is a wretched, wretched, wretched hell of a bullshit thing in boxing history that was going to be a fight for a time. Two guys that were past their prime. They'll never have another heavyweight title in their damn life, but for God knows why, they're having a title fight for this. And Minot Charr, thinking that he deserves to be champion forever, bows out because of his injury, like Tyson Fury did a month ago. How can you be a fan of this bullcrap? And of course, a day later on SB Nation on MSN stated the following. Mahmoud Charr, injured. Kubrat Pulev, fight postponed. And then I try to find information on, is Kubrat Pulev still going to fight? And I try to type in information. I go live. I go to BoxRec. I see his record. And I see him taking on a guy named Ihor Shevada. I can't pronounce his name. All I can know is he's known as the Hulk. That's his alias. He lives in Germany, even though he was born in the UK or Ukraine. He's 11-1, and his one loss came against Martin Bakal in April of 2023 in a round 3 TKO. He just got his butt dominated. At this moment, I'm thinking to myself, as long as this title is on the line, then the WBA title should be on the line, right? It should be Kubrat Pulev and Ihor the Hulk. That's what it should have been. And when I watched the article, this is what the article says. Recently, reinstated WBA heavyweight champion Charr will not fact face the veteran Kubrat Pulev in Bulgaria next week. Dan Rafael reports that Charr tore his left bicep this last Monday and underwent surgery yesterday. German of adds that the bout will now take place in September, with Pulev instead facing he or Hulk next week after turning down Tom Schwartz. The Diamond Boy was stated to make just his 4th appearance since his Alexander Ustinov in 2017. legal battles with Don King and this or that, with blah, 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 with the horror, this or that, and then Christopher Love joined Nuri Safari and all that other crap. And now it's like, and then it comes out saying this final thing, article right here. It says right here, I make a huge stink about boxing not loving me back. But how can I interrupt this as anything but a romantic gesture? In the age of and shiftication of Charr, Sega feels like my own unimpeachable font of joy. Though I do wish we could have gotten that Jarrell Miller fight. And you know what? I kind of agree. And Jarrell Miller decided to lose against a friggin' Daniel Dubois. For God knows why. He should be vacated, that belt, and the belt should be on the line with the Hulk and Pulev. It's so wretched that he still has that belt right strapped around his cock right now. This is the worst of history. Tyson Fury not fighting undisputed last month, and we have to go to May, and I don't think the fight will happen. Is boxing dead? This is horribly, horribly the worst I can ever say. And there's so much that I just don't understand. Just promote the damn fight, for God's sakes. Hell, and we have May the 24th, we have Lucas Rozanski for the WBC Bridgeweight title taking on Lawrence Okolie, former Cruiserweight champion. And obviously, that fight might take place. I don't think Lucas is going to win, but if he wins, good. But how hard is it to promote these heavyweight fights? And then when the day comes, it's like guys, Kubrat Pulev, his record and resume is more better than Mahmoud Charr. That Mayo, he just couldn't get a lot of resumes into his career, and the fights he did fought were past prime fighters or junkies. Kubrat Pulev was a man that was taking on the likes of so much, like Vladimir Klitschko, Tyson Fury's brother, Derek Chisora, Samuel Peters, and even Tony Thompson past his prime. Anthony Joshua defeated him in 2020 for the unified champ. He defeated Jerry Forrest and lost against Chisora. And it's like he had 2 unified fights, and he wasn't even close on winning any of the fights. And then his third fight comes, and it doesn't happen, and we have a 10-round competition that should be a vacant WBA regular champion. How can you be so proud of watching this junk of bullcrap if these heavyweight fights can't go on? A wretched show, a wretched match. Why should I even watch this fight? It's so wretched, and I hate every bit of it. It sucks, man. Dude.